Michael Thomas Jr. When I was 16 years old, me and my friends had just got finished hooping in Hyde Park, right? It's 5 of us total. We head back, we in the car bumping music, having a great time, and all of a sudden, a silver Grand Prix gets behind us. But we ain't think nothing of it because that's not what an undercover car typically looks like. Lo and behold, a few minutes later, that silver Grand Prix pulled us over. So we get over. All of a sudden, the plainclothes cops hop out. They force us out the car. They begin to search us, frisk us, throw us up against the hood, search the whole car, and we ain't know any better. Because check it, even though we did pass the Constitution in high school, we did not know our rights. Ain't that crazy? Matter of fact, even if we did know our rights, we probably would have been too scared to even exercise it. So after that, they go back to the car with our IDs, and we sitting on the curb in the sweltering hot weather for 3 hours, man, and cars are driving past, looking at us like we crazy, looking at us like we criminals, looking at us like we have committed the most heinous crimes in this city or something. And when they came back those 3 hours later, they gave us our IDs and said we can go. Now, we had a friend, right? He had courage. The friend who was driving, he mustered up the fortitude to ask ever so politely, "Excuse me, sir, why did we get pulled over?" You know what they told us, man? They said, "Because you fit the description." Now, Mike, I cannot completely relate to you in the sense that I was not 10 when it happened, and I was not handcuffed, but I was dehumanized. I was treated like a criminal because I fit the description. Unfortunately, Michael Thomas Jr., you'll find out that there are millions upon millions of other black men and women who can relate to your story. So first, what we need to do as adults, we have to cover you and let you know that it's going to be okay. Go through your grieving process. You experienced something traumatic at a tender young age that you should not have experienced. Also, Michael Thomas Jr., understand this. What you dealt with is not your fault or your grandmother's fault or anybody else in your family's fault. You were born into a situation you had no control over. It's a result of systemic racism. It's a result of white supremacy, Jim Crow laws. It's a result of redlining policies. They created the ghettos. Matter of fact, Michael Thomas Jr., when they talk about fitting the description, they're talking about a description that they fit because the worst acts of criminality and inhumane treatment happened to people like us. We were the victims of that. But now the media tries to propagate the myth that you fit that description or that I fit that description, and it's not true. But let me tell you this, Mike. We have to cover you, yeah, and we have to steer you in the right direction. I need you in those books. I need you to study your history. I need you to study it and read voraciously because I want you to know that you actually do fit a description. Not their description, no. You fit the description of every great historical figure and activist and freedom fighter that has ever come before us. What I mean is Ida B. Wells, Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, Paul Robeson, Michael Eric Dyson, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Cornel West, Paul Dunbar, everybody that has come before us, Mary Church Terrell, they all have experienced something that had to propel them to greatness. See, what you dealt with is horrible, despicable, but it's only going to serve as a footnote, as a stepping stone for the greatness you will achieve. So remember, Michael Thomas Jr., you do fit a description. You fit the description for greatness. And you got this, man.